What's good, YouTube? It's your boy MacMaal back with another episode of MacMaal on Mondays. Y'all already know what it is. Tune in. We got some good shit coming. Want to introduce my guests. Um, Let me let my other one in. I don't know what's wrong with her thing, but you in, Kiana?
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like your mic is muted.
I heard her say yes.
Yeah, it's unmuted now. I can see it when it's muted and when it's unmuted.
Hmm.
Okay, so introduce yourself, panel.
Um, I can want me to go ahead. Hey, it's Kim, Miss K, Kamari, whatever. Y'all know me.
And I'm Kiana. I'm always helping co-host on the lives from here and there. So yep, King Kiana is my name on Facebook.
Amazing.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry you guys can't see me, but yeah.
Hell
Okay,
of,
hey,
hell of a host.
this Big Va. Yeah, let's talk about the Shy, the Black Kelly Severide in the building, man. I'm here to talk some shit with you guys, man. So
For sure, man. How's everybody weekend?
Man, I'm still pregnant.
You
we
didn't
gonna,
think you was gonna be after last weekend?
you know
I'm,
what? Jesus rebuke you for bringing in another Scorpio.
I'm
Mhm.
not bringing in no Scorpio. I'm
You bringing
bringing
in the
in a
Pisces?
Pisces.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord, no,
even
no, rebuke you
look,
twice then.
even
Mhm.
worse.
That's amazing. Now
Pisces are pretty
that
sweethearted for the most part.
Say what?
Pisces are pretty sweethearted for the most part.
Eh,
I
what does that
eh.
mean?
know, right?
Listen, every
Every
first of all, every female
I
Pisces
hey,
I know,
I'm just
I'm
waiting on the
coming
last
in.
year about to say right now. That's all.
Hey, you know
I'm gonna
what?
come in. I'm off my iPad, Jamal. I'm gonna get
There
off
we
my
go.
phone.
Okay, okay. You know what? Can you
Can I get out? Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
y'all.
trying
I'm
to
trying to
figure
figure
Kiana,
out.
out how to get out of here off my phone. There we go.
Kiana, can you post? Let me see.
Mhm.
Invite, copy. Let me go. I'm gonna go to the group real fast and post this in the group. I forgot to post it in the group. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Be posted in
Well,
the
while
group.
he doing that, how was y'all
Mhm.
weekend?
Okay, post in the group. Paste.
I said, how was y'all weekend while he doing that?
It
Oh,
it
we
was
can hear you.
it was a very um
He about to start lying. You taking too long.
educational. It was a life learning experience for a weekend for me. That's all I can say.
What happened?
Uh, Between funerals and stuff like that, you see a lot of
Oh,
other stuff.
okay.
You know what? When you kind of like single in the background, you get to see all the funny shit for Valentine's Day. So I got it. I got me a great laugh. But that's a whole nother
Okay.
story for a whole nother day.
Well,
Can
I
we
can
talk
say
about that
this.
later too?
Yeah,
Valentine's
for
Day.
sure. I want to say I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy and for everybody watching. I am gonna get back consistent with the Mac Mall on Mondays for the YouTube show. I know I've been off for a minute, but I've been focusing on my other platforms.
Hmm.
But I'm back locked into this one every Monday. So 7 o'clock p.m. we on StreamYard on YouTube every Monday, and then I'll put a link in the description for my Facebook lives,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna try to incorporate some Instagram lives as well. Other than that, now it's people calling me. Let me put my shit on do not disturb. It's
Hmm.
That's
people
why
was
I
not
switched to my
calling me until I
iPad.
got on this goddamn thing. Now people want to call.
Hey, I had the same thing with my platform. Everybody want to call you right when you go to work. I'm like, look, don't call me. I'm busy right now.
Yeah, yeah. I came in the building. Cassandra in the building. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. So I'm gonna get right into it and I'm gonna play the first clip and we just
Hmm.
go right there. Let me see, where's my clips? Wait, clip.
I think I have just lost the one person that I've prayed for. all because of my self sabotaging tendencies. Because God forbid I actually accept good things that are happening to me because I'm so used to it being a mess. I'm so used to it being toxic. And here I am in the face of a non toxic situation, in the face of a God fearing man, in the face of a family man, an amazing person, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I,
Okay, ladies. So I want to know y'all opinion. How y'all feel about that? Do you think it's common for women to take accountability knowing that they had a good man and lost them, or you think that women don't really care because there's more options out here?
At one point, speaking on my experience, I felt like when we broke up in the past, like when me and my ex broke up, I wish I had to try to work things out instead of being so stubborn. So yes, I take accountability for the fact that yeah, I blew things out of proportion, and we don't we don't admit that sometimes that we do blow things out of proportion, and things could have worked out. We probably still would have been together right now. But hey, yes, some women do take accountability, some don't. But the older you get, the more, I mean, you're not afraid to take accountability. So it's like, who's gonna do something about it? So yeah, some women do, some women don't. But that's my intake.
Okay.
Um, Basically, like she said, when as you get older, you learn to take accountability for your own actions. For myself and my experience, I had an experience with a great man at an early age. Actually, when I was pregnant with my first son, the only reason why that didn't work out is because I let my mom interfere with the relationship that I had with him because he wasn't
You break it up, Kim.
the
Kim, you breaking up. She breaking up. Okay, well go ahead. We're gonna let Va because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Uh, I had a rebuttal question for the ladies. When you face that,
Jesus.
when you see the error in your ways of how you approach things and how they could have been better, what stops you from trying to make things right and get back together with that person?
I'm
I
sorry.
think
Can
it's
y'all hear me
more
better now,
yeah.
Yeah,
or
we
am
can
I
hear you
still
better
going out
now.
and okay,
it's
I
more
missed
so of
what
them wanting to initiate.
Levar has said.
Hmm.
No,
Go ahead. I'm
could you?
sorry.
Yes, it
Not,
is, Hakeem.
nah, I was asking. I said, in acknowledging that part of the relationship where it's like you can see where you the missteps that you had, and it always takes two. I'm not gonna sit here and alleviate his part or your part or anything like that. I'm looking at it as a whole. But what prevented you from like let me go get my man back. Let me make things right. What stops y'all from like doing that part?
Being stubborn and wanting him to initiate it, wanting him to take the lead and saying, "Let's work things out." So those two things played a role in why I didn't let me go get my man back. So
So you think it was more or less outside influence?
say that again, Jamal.
You think it was more or less outside influence that kept you from just saying, you know what, let's work it out. I was wrong. Let's get back together type shit.
Definitely not. No, nothing from the outside prevented me from doing that. It was just me personally. It really was. It was just me being stubborn and me feeling like I'm the woman. He should try to work a little harder to get me back too. I felt like it should have been on both parties, but it was really me blowing things out of proportion. Like I said,
So I
no
think so.
outside.
Do you believe that women like chaos to a certain degree? Because she basically said that, you know, the man was everything she prayed for, but it wasn't
Right.
enough toxic for her. It wasn't spicy. It was just too perfect. Like,
Nah,
is that
it
a
sounded like
thing?
it sounded like she wanted him to chase after her.
I think so. Yeah, that's what it was. I just
It
wanted a
goes
little
down a bigger
chase.
rabbit hole right now. So I got more questions now.
I think because you hear sometimes that men are supposed to chase. If you don't feel like you being chased, it's like, do you
You
really
don't feel
love?
wanted,
And
right?
I'm not saying that's for every woman. I'm not saying that's for every
Okay.
woman. But when you hear that from a mass majority of people saying that men like to chase, they like the chase, and a man is not chasing you, you kind of start self doubting. Like,
Okay. So, ladies,
But you
I
know
got a
what? I
secondary.
think that's a two-way street
No,
because,
well,
yeah,
like,
we don't know because we
I have.
rarely hear
Hold on. Hey,
men
Maul.
chase.
Hey, Maul. I got to. This is what I said gives me more questions. So I got a question for you, ladies. In each of your cases, who broke up with him? Did he break up with you, or did you break up with him in those instances?
For me, just real quick on mine, I think I'm trying to remember. I think we just kind of called it quits because of
You broke
our
up with him.
situation was where,
Okay.
like I was saying, my mom kept interfering.
Well, you.
And yeah,
All
it was
right.
like my mom kept interfering with that relationship. And it was like I'm living in her house and she had more influence over me. And honestly, that same man, the
So
woman he got with after
you broke
me
up
and
with
I
him,
was
basically.
19,
So you broke up
he's
with
still
him,
with him.
basically.
He's still with
All right.
her,
So you broke up with him. Okay. What about
basically.
you?
Because
What
it was
about you,
like he was
Kiara?
being pushed to the back.
What about you, Kiara?
It was a mutual agreement.
You broke up with him. Keep going.
No,
And
no, no,
see,
no, 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 no.
this is
Seriously, no, no,
this is the
no. Come on,
accountability
Levar. We gonna
part.
keep it. No, Levar. We gonna keep it funky on this platform because for the simple fact, like there is no reason for us to, you know, be unrealistic or speak false statements or anything like that. Like I'm being serious. Like it was. We both had a mutual agreement. We both was like, well, we should just take a break. And then I was like, okay, it was like that. It was like him
So
feeling like we
he said
needed
it.
a
so he
break.
proposed to
So
break up.
Yeah,
he
he
said he
proposed to. Yes, he proposed to break up, and I agreed
okay.
to it. So that's what I meant by mutual.
All
Is
right.
that how
So
you're saying? Like, who initiated the?
right.
That's okay. It was him.
So here's my input with that.
Okay.
If whoever initiates the breakup needs to be the one to repair it. If the woman break up with the man, she need to put on her big girl panties and go get her man and make it right. If he break up with you, then yeah, he got to make it right. It's just that simple.
But see, okay, now that's a sticky situation because I've been in a
Right. It depends
situation.
what happened.
I've been in a situation like that where I left
Uh huh.
and then I tried to come back and she didn't want that, right? Only
Right.
to get hog fucked and dropped by 5 or 6 more new niggas.
Not hog.
So like
But
the
right.
thing about it is this, right? And I'm gonna make a reel about this tomorrow. The thing about it is when somebody doesn't take accountability for the things that they did in a relationship,
Yeah.
what happens is in their mind, there's nothing wrong with them. And so they take that same badass quality onto the
The
next
next
relationship
relationship. They
because
do.
they never took the time to realize that they're the ones that's fucked up. They
And
always blaming everybody else.
and
Right.
that's the point. That's the point I was trying to get across. If you Here's the thing, you got a relationship that's somewhat working, right? Whoever says this is not going to work out, I don't see us long term. I don't see us working out stuff. They're basically breaking up with you. Okay, it could be man or woman, whoever it is, and they realize the error of their ways. They need to be the one to fix it. You can't expect the dump E to fix the relationship to fix what the dumper then broke. You're never gonna have balance that way. You're never gonna have a healthy relationship that way under any circumstances. And most importantly, you're going to cause more damage than repair in those situations. That's why I say whoever whoever the dumper was, need to be the one to repair things. You need to be the one to fix it.
I disagree
But you
with
know
you.
what? You know what? For me, and some might disagree, you don't get the
Hmm.
same version of me twice, though.
Huh?
You're not going. You're not gonna get the same version of me twice.
I think that's everybody,
Can
Kim,
If we
because
double
now the
back,
second time around, especially if they left you, the second
Right.
time around, you're gonna be kind of jumpy and iffy because you be like, shit, I might come back solid, and this motherfucker might leave me again. So I
right?
think
Because
it's a
I feel
void
like,
in there.
yeah, I
But
feel
you know
like
what?
that first version of me, if it didn't work out, that first version of me you didn't like. You, it was something that
Right.
didn't work with that first version of me. And most of the time people come back looking for that first version.
But
They
that's a
want
Well,
them problem.
that first version. And
mm,
that's where people need to realize you're not going to get that same version of a person.
right, but see, that could be good or bad though, because say if he
True.
was the problem, right? So I'm just using you for example. Say he was the problem, and you was stand up. Of course,
Hmm.
he's gonna be looking for that same version of you. But when we speak about realistically, in reality, everybody grows as a person.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if he liked those qualities that you had, keep the qualities, but certain things about your attitude might change. You might change for the worse or change for the best. Like that whole time y'all separated, you could have been transformed into an independent woman. You might not be the same soft, sweet woman you was last time we met because I ain't gonna lie to you. I've tried to double back with a few before, and they wasn't the same motherfucker. They had turned. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I put up with your ass. Like,
Yeah,
cause
that's
I
why I
know
don't
I've
do the double
grown, and
back.
the
I
shit
don't
that I
double
could
back.
tolerate 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I can't tolerate that shit no more.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my accountability is not doubling back because I know I'm not going to be the same person to you. So I don't even entertain a double back situation. I
Well,
know
I
me.
mean, well, here's the thing. That now that's the one area I say is a slippery slope because if you say who you are at your core, you can allow a person the space to earn trust and all that other stuff back. But it's just going. They got to be willing to go through that journey. Understand that that the access to who I was before is going to be a lot more difficult because you broke up with me. I didn't break up with you. You know what I'm saying? So you're not
How
going to
many
get the
people
same
are
access.
actually willing to go through that though?
That's the magic question. And see, this is why I always tell people, uh, figure out what you are because the same water, the same boiling water, and the time it takes to soften a potato also takes to harden the egg. So it's not about the other person. You got to figure out what you made of, and if you got the capacity to deal with a person like that and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yeah, but you
saying?
still have to be rational though. Like if y'all gonna come together as a union, both of y'all got to be willing to be what each other need. Like you
Right.
can't come in a situation on some, well, this is who I become, and you got to accept that. That's not how it's not gonna work that way.
But say,
Oh,
say you jumping back into a relationship after you had broke up before. Both
Hmm.
sides gonna have some sense of resentment towards each other because they've been hurt before. They've been vulnerable in the past, and now they don't want to. They're gonna be guarded with showing their exposing their vulnerability and opening up to that person. If y'all
right,
try it again, y'all got to be able to let y'all guard down and come to the table and repair what broken y'all the first time.
right.
Hey,
Okay,
Cal, I'm glad you said.
let's get to this next subject. Because I
Hey,
got about
hey,
4, 5
yeah.
reels.
All right, go ahead, go
So
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
let me go and get to the next one real fast. And we let me see where we at with it. Bam.
Right? A lot of time, bro, girls can see like you that nigga and they can see you got your shit in order. And sometime nigga, they gonna run from that. So maybe it's not even you. Sometime they gonna run away from that. Because they already know you got other chicks. They not trying to compete. They not trying to compete with these other chicks. Hell no. Fuck all that. They rather just settle down with somebody, man, that's average. Settle down with somebody that really don't have nothing. Rather than fighting for your ass. Cause they already know, man, they gonna be in a goddamn war fucking with you. You got your bread right, nigga. You handsome, you in the gym and shit. She got out the car and gave you a hug, nigga, and felt your chest. And she like, oh man, ghost mode, right? So maybe they not even playing no game. Maybe they just saying, man, this nigga better than me.
Now I want to ask y'all: do y'all feel that way as ladies? Like some men, you look at him, he just look like he got too much going on, or he look like he got. Because I hear this shit all the time, so I can attest to this. That women always tell me, "You look like you got too many women. I don't want to deal with that." And I be thinking to myself, like all niggas got hoes. So why would you think just because I just happen to be a little bit more handsome the person you know before me or whatever the case may be, you feel like I got way more hoes than he got.
I think it's a confidence thing, and I'm speaking from experience. When I was a heavier size, and there was this guy. He was built in the gym, had his shit together. I did not think this man would like me, and this man, when I finally got a chance to talk to him, took me out every weekend. I mean, we had a ball, right? We never made it official,
I'm
never
sure you
became a
had
couple.
balls too.
Yeah, yeah. But as at first, just because I didn't feel like I met the criteria that someone of his self would, that I thought that he would like. Here I am, I'm in the 200s in the weight. This man is like 6'3". I mean, swole, bald head, jewelry, nice, everything. And I'm just like, there's no way he's gonna go anywhere with me. There's no way. But then as I got older and I started growing into myself as a woman, and I did lose the weight, and I'm gonna just put that out there as being somebody who was on the heavier side and then got small. My lowest weight was 157. That plays a big part in how you view people who want to date you. And if anybody gets on a comment and say, "No, I'm comfortable," nobody is comfortable being overweight. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie, because you don't hear
See,
nothing but women talk
for
about their body all the time.
yeah, for a woman is different from a man because as long as a man got some money, he gonna feel confident about himself whether he big or not. Women, I think women drive off of validation a lot, and I think that a woman allows society to shape how she feels about herself. So, like if like this, right? Like you said, if you go outside and you meet this handsome man and you're a plus size woman, somebody that you feel like you know, he shouldn't be with me, but he is.
Hmm.
So now, because you pulled that caliber of man, your confidence is high now. So now you thinking you something you not because you had one good experience. And now you go outside like shit. I'm saying this is why you see a lot of plus size women wearing these little ass clothes because niggas get thirsty and start telling fat bitches they thick.
And they need their ass
And
whooped.
I'm
But
not body
anyway,
shaming anybody. I'm just
I
speaking
said it.
from my own personal experience.
They need a
That
whole
what
slick
niggas do.
whooping when I
Niggas
said
get high
shit.
off them drugs, them pills. Girl, you thick as
They
hell.
they
Yeah,
both
but
need to go.
most,
They both need Joe Jackson to go make them get a switch and whoop
Hey,
their ass.
so would
but a
you?
lot of heavy set women are married.
But would you say like what
Yeah,
you
but
was
a lot
saying?
of them settle.
Ma, what you was saying was like that confidence would probably go both ways because you know like do do the men lack the confidence to actually approach the woman that they want and go for the woman they can settle for who they feel that might be a little easy. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
most men settle. There's only a small fraction of men who actually got confidence to talk to who they really want. The average world, because of the stigma that we got, that you have to be this, you have to be that, and those men that aren't that don't have the confidence to approach the woman that they really want. They'll try
Mhm.
to take, and this is why she said she know a lot of plus size women who are married in relationships because a nigga be like, man, I'm not gonna chase this bad bitch. She feel how Kim felt. Now they don't want me, so I'm gonna just go and get me a little average chick, little weight on her, somebody that's gonna love me, and I'm gonna be cool with it.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know what? I see the angle in which this conversation is going. I'm gonna kind of look at it from another end too. Question is, are women really dodging men that got their shit together? And I'm gonna say that's part everything that you guys brought up, that's part of it. But I'm gonna look at it from the other side and say this is another reason that they're dodging. And ladies, can we admit the manipulative women out here that if they can't see that they can manipulate or emasculate a man, they just not gonna deal with them because there's no chinks in the armor. Can we at least acknowledge that part of it too?
Yeah, but I
I
don't
feel
think
like
that's
that's
what
a
he's
small
talking about.
percentage of.
He says
I think
it's a
that's a small. I get what you're saying. I think that's a smaller percentage of women who feel
okay.
like in order, and they need to be. If I need
It's
to be able to have him in the palm of my hand, if
right.
I can't
That,
manipulate him
yeah.
into doing what I want, then I need
Right.
to move on. But I'm gonna bring that back to
Right.
confidence because
But yeah, and I
where
would
we
agree.
at?
But some, it's like, okay, I can't manipulate this man with sex and pussy and shit like that. I ain't got my bread together. It's like if I'm a woman, I got my shit together, and he a good man, but I make more than him. Maybe I can manipulate him to kind of be in charge in that type of way. Like being in charge can be a woman's goal. Like she wants to be looked at as the head of the household. Like that can be a manipulation tactic where she's
I don't.
above the program,
I don't
above
think.
the structure.
I don't think that a woman wants to run the program.
No, absolutely not.
I think a woman wants to run it when she wants to run it, if that makes sense. It's like it seems like to me that women, those type of women that you're talking about, will
Hmm.
be okay with a man being a man when it's convenient for them. You see what I'm
I,
saying? When it's
I
time
was
to pay
about
the
to,
bills and shit, they want to be a man. When
but
it's time to step up and protect her, she want to be a man. When shit need fixing, she want to be a man. But when it's time to put some law and order in the house, or I gotta discipline your kids, or I tell you not to wear certain shit, or I tell you I don't appreciate your tone of voice talking to me, then it's a problem.
hey,
Now
Mark,
they want to be heard. Now it's who
Mark,
you talking to. Now it's I'm grown as hell. I get a say so and all this other shit.
hey, and Maul, I was right there with you because I've been married before, and I can sit here and say this with confidence. I think she's not. I think my ex is not doing as well as I am because everything stopped and ended with me. What the choices I've made, good, bad, or indifferent, I have to live and be responsible and accountable for the results, the end results, right? So it's like you said, women want to pick and choose. Women really want to be in charge of the relationship, but when it comes to holding that bag of a mistake, that man is a Captain American shield. He protects them. It's like they don't get their hands dirty to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And so what that shield represents is, he's gonna take all the responsibility. He's gonna take these heavy hits if it doesn't work out. But if it does work out, I want all the praise. And that's an
And,
unbalanced
and you know what?
dynamic to a relationship.
I'm
And
gonna
you know
say
what? It's
again I'm gonna say that's not that's another that's another percentage because even today talking to my friends and I'm like oh I can't wait till I get married. I'm gonna be my husband crazy. Well, I gotta talk to my husband. Let me see what my husband say. Let's just please they and their response is please don't be that type. Why not? Why
Okay.
I can't be that type that want to go to my husband before I make decisions? Why
No, no,
I
Yeah,
no.
can't
you
be that
can, you
type
can, but you
that
know what? I
that
want to say this. I want to say this right. This is the difference in the positions that we have as men and women, right? Say I have a woman and we debating about something, and I say, "Why don't you just follow my lead? I'm the man, right?"
Hmm.
And she say and just say she's debating and she don't really want to, but she fuck around and just give in and I say, okay, I'm gonna trust you and I'm gonna trust your judgment. And we go with what I say, and it
Hmm.
fails. She
Hmm.
wants me to take accountability because I didn't listen to her. She gonna tell me you should have listened to me. That's what your ass get. But on the flip side, if we having a debate about something and I give in and say, okay, fuck it, we gonna go your way, and then her way doesn't work, guess what happens? She expected me to fix it. She's not going to say she was wrong.
Hey,
She's not going
Jamal.
to want to take the same accountability that she wants me to take if I fucked up.
Hey Jamal, it's funny that you bring that up because, and I think the ladies might agree. How many of the ladies used to watch Soul Food, the TV series on HBO back in the day?
I watched a little bit.
You watched a little bit. Remember in the TV series where Maxine got a stock tip and had Kenny and wanted to take a portion of her third out the house to invest into that particular stock because everything looked good.
I don't remember that, but I'm
Yeah,
following.
it was a TV series, right? It was on TV series. That's why I said the TV. I
Right,
was very specific, right? The
right.
stock failed and everybody lost their money. And so a part of their mama's house went to like a lien default disclosure type deal, right?
Mhm.
And she could never find herself to say I made a mistake with it. But she turned around and she leaned on Kenny to kind of bail him out. And that's what Jamal is kind of talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like when we roll with your idea, or even if you go behind our back and do it on your own, say ain't no man gonna run me like this, and find yourself in that position, it's very hard to say I was wrong. I was wrong. I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a better chance of pulling out all four of your wisdom teeth at the same time than to get a woman to say that shit. But that's the dynamic in which we're speaking of.
I think that I'm gonna just say I mean we can't win on that one. That's just that, and I digress.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean that's I believe that's just the nature of a woman. Yeah, we might have some ideas on some stuff, and it might go wrong, and it's gonna be like, well, why you let me do that? You knew it was gonna be wrong from the get go. What y'all gonna say? I tried to tell you, but you ain't want to listen. Okay, well, still, I think that's just what women look for men to do. And like you said, it's not a two-way street on that. It's definitely gonna be a situation where the woman gonna be sitting there scratching her head when something get messed up. Cause yeah, I'm looking for you to. Can't hear you, Jamal.
You can't hear me?
You were saying
Now,
I did
No,
at first, and
no,
then
I
you
was
said
saying
something.
that we won't take it serious because a lot of times a lot of men do shit just to prove to you that your ass was wrong, and we knew it wasn't gonna work in the first goddamn.
yeah,
And so we sit there, and it's a shame that a lot of times men have to let the ship sink just so the co-captain, can know that they was fucking wrong. A lot of men have to do that. We have to go
But I
down this
think it's
long
okay.
ass.
It's a learning lesson. It's a
No, it's
learning
not
lesson.
okay. It's not okay when you
Yes,
know
it
better,
is.
because when you're a leader, my job as a leader is to keep you from fucking up yourself. That's my job. If you trust me as your leader, then you need to trust my guidance. And if I tell you that's not it, then that should be it with it. But instead, I got to be emotionally stable. I got to consider your feelings. You want me to listen to you and take what you say into consideration. And now we got to fucking fail just so you can shut the fuck up.
but you know
I
what?
mean, but it's the same thing. If you came up with with something and you failed, I mean, we still got to do it on the back end.
No, because I got to
I feel
fix
like
it. I
in
mean,
that
man,
instance, the way you just said it, it doesn't really matter.
no,
I
so
mean,
it does,
we
because at the
both gonna
end of the
take a
day,
back
if I'm
seat
the
to somebody
man,
being wrong at some point.
no, what I'm saying is whether you fail or I fail, it's my job to fix it. That's
yeah,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So
and, and,
I would rather fuck myself up if I gotta fix it. I don't
and,
mind fixing it when I fucked up, but if I'm trying to tell you and you're not listening to me, then now it's like, damn, you should have listened to me. I'm the goddamn leader.
Right,
and
but as
also
your co-captain, am I not able to express some things that I might have under my sleeve at a point in time?
Yeah, you can do all that, but if I'm saying if I'm telling you that, okay, I got it all figured out, baby, just trust me, you know, that's what I'm expecting you to do because I am the leader. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have a job and the boss say, everybody show up today, I'm going to try something new with the business today. If it fails, I'm going to be the one that takes all the backlash. So I don't mind doing it because it was my idea and I'm prepared to deal with my mistakes. But if
mhm.
I'm trying to prevent you from making a mistake, which I know you're making a mistake, because here's the thing, I got to put it out there and call a spade and make it even. If I don't know that it will work or would not work, then I won't be mad because I didn't fucking know neither. But if I knew and I still had to go along with you just so you can feel right about your conscience, then that's a fucked up feeling.
Mhm.
But you know what? Just like here's the
But
thing, because
Shaq,
Kim
wait a
asked
minute.
this.
Hold on, Levar. Hold on.
Okay,
But hold on. You notice you wait a minute. Wait a minute. You notice through your whole conversation, you kept saying I. We a team. If you fail, I still suffer. If I go to a job and they make the wrong decision, the company still suffers. It's not just on one person. It shouldn't be. And I get what you're saying to a certain extent, because you're saying if you mess up, you're okay with your mess up. But if I mess up, you're like, why do I have to fix your mess up? I still have to sit back and I still have to deal with whatever you messed up. I don't have to fix it, but I have to deal with the back end of whatever may be the outcome.
Right. Okay. I
Mhm.
get what you're saying, and that's pretty fair. But I'm speaking from a man from my shoes. My job is to make sure that the rain never hit your footstep. So whether I fucked up or not, you will never know about it. Because my job as a man is to protect my family. What does that mean? That protecting my family don't just mean when a motherfucker break in the house. Protecting my family means protecting y'all from all bullshit, stress, overcoming everything. You as my wife and my family shouldn't know about nothing that's going on wrong. That's my job to handle it before it even get to y'all. My job is
Yeah.
to make sure that our family is not in a situation that's so deep that I need to come to you.
You know
As a
what?
leader, I should not be putting my family in a hole that's so deep where I can't fix it without everybody else getting involved.
Hey,
See,
I
that's
was
That's
why
gonna.
I
usually somebody, people that usually do that where their wife had to get involved and shit. Those usually are people with addictions. People that have alcohol, drug addictions, gambling addictions.
Mhm.
They start fucking up where the wife is now they stressing the fucking family out because they fucking the rent money up. And the motherfucker can't go get groceries and shit because he fucking the money up. But I'm
I'm,
saying like for a man like myself, like I say, I'm willing to step up to make sure that my family don't see shit. When I come home with the problem, I want to already have a solution. I don't want to come home and say, baby, what you think? I want to come home and say, baby, I fucked up. I did this and that, but I fixed it. I did this and I did that. That gives your woman confidence to believe in you. Cause she see that you fixing shit. Like, yeah, it was a problem, but shit, by the time I found out, it was fixed already. That's
Is
the
it
right.
a
level
bad
of confidence that you need in your man.
is it a bad thing to come to your woman and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is your woman should be your fucking last resort. And I mean when ain't
And
nothing else.
but I'm not even
I
saying,
mean when God ain't
where you
answering.
might need. Okay, okay, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. For instance, my I'm the oldest grandchild. My grandmother, she had a college fund for me and my two cousins. It was just us three at the time. The man she married, a carpenter, he came up with an invention. He needed money. He needed some extra money. He came to her with the idea. She was all aboard. She
Mhm.
exhausted our college fund to help him with his invention that would help with carpentry work. Long story short, somebody, they didn't patent stuff the right way and somebody ended up stealing the idea. We never, our college fund exhausted. I don't think my grandmother was mad. I think she probably might have thought we could have did something a little different. But to him, he felt like he had an idea. Hey, baby, I got this idea. I'm gonna need your help on it. XYZ. What do you think about something like that? Do you think you wouldn't have went to your wife about something you had and you needed her help to invest to go ahead and make something for y'all?
Well, I'll tell you this. If your woman is there, she's there to be a helpmeet. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with your woman helping you do anything. What I'm saying is, I'm speaking from a man who got his shit together before he actually decided to date. So I wouldn't be speaking from that realm because, if you're not in a position to win and you have a woman that's there in a position to help you, then why not take your help? Now, I'm not saying be selfish and be so self centered where you don't need no help. What I'm saying is, I'm speaking from a man who's already built himself up, got his shit together, know what he want, know where he moving in life. I don't want my woman having to deal with problems. I don't want to have to deal with that shit. What?
Hey, and can I say something else? I think where like this situation where it goes, like people can be guarded in a sense because some guys want to go to their woman and confide to them, but in the moment, it's like your confide. When you confide and something goes wrong, like you confide in a person early on, and then once the argument comes up, uh, men deal with women bringing that exact thing up and using that against them.
Yeah, That's like the first test of it. But to backtrack what you guys were saying, I think Kim had asked the question earlier. She was like, and we supposed to be partners. I'm not supposed to have some say so. And I believe that the happy medium is this. Men always kind of value and respect the man's position because a man will literally sacrifice his happiness and what he wants to make sure the kids and this girl is happy and good. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that capacity within yourself to say, you know what, although I'm unhappy, everybody else good, that's where the leeway of your opinion or your input should be considered. You know, and if you have that capacity, whether you're a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying, for your opinion to mean anything, because at that point you got skin in the game. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is this though, right? If so I'll start by saying this. Trials and tribulations and wisdom, knowledge, and experience is what shapes a man. Most women like a man who's been through something so they can lead them. So in indirect saying, women fight against the very thing that they say they want, because you want a man to lead. A leader is someone who's been through some shit. Okay. Now, if I've been through some shit and you haven't, most good girls like bad guys. Let's just put that out there. What is most good girls? Most good girls are suburban girls that went to college, they went to school, they don't know shit about the streets, they absent to everything that's fucking going on. They just stand in a ladylike feminine energy. So if I've been through all these trials and you ain't, why won't you listen to me if you ain't never been through? I'm the one that been through shit. So I would probably have a better outlook on things than you do. Not saying that you're not able to speak and say shit and all that. But what I'm saying is I don't think that women have a lot of trust in the men that they pick. They pick men that they want to control and not listen to. What's the word, bro? Like you Hefner. All right, bro. Nah, leave it open. All right.
Can I say something as being somebody that grew up in the suburbs? Um, from my personal experience, yes, when you from the suburbs and you get a taste of the other side of Austin, it's exciting. It is very exciting. But when it comes to being serious, that's a whole nother level. Like you said, I don't know what it's like to live on the other side of Austin, growing up, going through certain trials and tribulations. So when we're dating, and I've had this, it does become a conflict because I don't understand what the hell you're talking about and what's going on. Yes, you might have had more life experiences on certain survival as to where I may look a little green to you because I haven't had to go through certain survival things that you might have had to go to. That's where that conflict comes in. I don't think that I don't think it's something that's done on purpose. It's just the understanding. No, as to where I like to tell people, I look at the glass half full, not half empty. I always think positive because that's my growing up. That's my bringing up. Everything was always on a positive note. But if you're trying to make something work with somebody that has really been through some stuff, y'all ain't it's gonna always be a tug of war or head butting. Just like I tell people, I don't know shit about being rich. I ain't never been rich in my life. I can't understand rich people problems. I can't. I
All right.
can't
So
understand people
You
that grew
you
up on
you know what
struggle.
though,
I
Kim?
can't understand it. What?
The reason why hood niggas, quote unquote street niggas, kind of mesh with good girls is because they both come from the opposite sides of the spectrum and they both bring different shit to the table. Usually, a woman
Right.
who has a father and a mother and a good surrounding somehow always like a nigga from the street that ain't got no daddy, right? So now
Yeah.
what happens is he grew up in the street. He know how to get money, but he don't know how to budget his money. He don't know how
mhm.
to save his money. He don't know about retirements and shit that really matter in life, like credit and shit like that. This is what a good girl comes in. She was raised right. So you know what? She see her nigga making all this money, and she like, baby, you ain't got no damn life insurance. Baby, you ain't got no health insurance. Baby, you ain't got no dental insurance. Damn, baby, you ain't got no retirement fund. You ain't got no assets. You don't got no investments or nothing. Let me show you how to take. This is where the
Right.
the,
Yeah,
the
been there,
leadership from a
done that.
woman comes in, that because now you changing this nigga's mind state, because all he know how to do is get money. He don't know shit else. He just know how to get money, but he don't know what to do with it. So now
Hey,
here you come and you showing him, okay, I got the money. We're gonna put everything in your name because I don't have taxes because I'm a street nigga. You do
hey,
because you work.
hey, Maul. It's funny that you say that because the job I have, sometimes I be at work and I'm gonna take ladies. Don't There's no disrespect or anything. I'm gonna take the females out the equation for a second. I listen to a lot of these white boys talk about investments and stocks and crypto and stuff like that, and insurances and stuff like that. And you know what? When I don't know something, guess what I do? I'm like this, and I'm listening, and I'm sponging it up because these guys obviously know a way more than I know about it, right? And so if it ever come up where I have a question, I'm like, all right, hold on, why don't you do it like this? Because I done absorbed so much, and then they'll come in and have me a good answer. So this is where I think that's not a confusion thing. Like if you're a suburban girl and you ain't got that much street knowledge, yeah, you gotta lean on your man. You gotta lean on your man or your friends and just kind of like sit back and be quiet and absorb the knowledge that he's giving you, because I can't debate something I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now I have to sit here and have this is always say with the type of woman I'm looking for. The woman that values retention over attention. I can rock with her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that's a small percentage right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't find that many women that value retention.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you this again, this is just personal experience. I can't speak for everybody. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it was when it comes to handling business on a more and I don't know if I'm using the wrong word, a more professional side,
Uh-huh.
the people that I encountered, they had no clue what to do. And it becomes draining when you are the one who possess more knowledge when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to handling business. I can't take you serious. I can't bring you to my family because now they're looking at me like
Why
this
you
what she
bring this dumbass nigga in our family?
kind of sort of, yeah, but and then now you're fighting for, but I know him, but I love him, but he's not
Love
that,
here.
but you know what I'm saying? It does become one of those type of situations, and like you really be sitting there battling, and then it start making you think like, okay, all you and it's not for everybody. There are some really both sides of the coin street people that are good streetwise and bookwise because like you said, they soaked up the knowledge. But when you meet that one that ain't soaked up that knowledge and sat back and surrounded themselves with people a little, high that have things a little higher up besides you
Mm-hmm.
really like, how can you lead me and you don't know shit? You still talking
Hey,
about putting everything in a girl name because that's what they was doing in the 90s. And you don't want to put nothing in your name because you feel like that's how shit's supposed to been done. You don't put shit in your name. What?
but
Then
Kim,
who
hey
are
Kim,
you?
hey Kim, to speak to you in professional terms, I know there's a lot of companies that they owe money, back taxes and stuff. All they do is change the company name to get out of
Yeah,
that stuff.
I get that
It's
part.
the same thing. That's why I use the term. I know low people in high places.
But that it was company. They changed company names. You know what I'm saying? At least they
I
started
know.
with
Hold on.
something.
I
Okay,
know a
we
lot of low people in high places. Don't sleep on me. I know a lot of dirtbags that got credibility out here.
I mean, hell, the
all
ones
right.
that's up there, them the biggest
We
crooks.
at the 10-minute mark. Let me get to
All
this
right.
next clip. We got 10 more minutes left, and we got two more clips left. So let me get this out.
Okay.
I don't think you understand how little validation men get. Like, women will get compliments just for being a woman. You'll get validation for being a certain gender. That's an amazing thing. That's a crazy thing. Like, men will get hated on just for being men. Understand that men will get their first flowers typically at their funeral. They get very few compliments over the course of the year, genuine compliments. And they get almost no validation in their relationships. It's usually about their women, their female. Women are flooded with attention, compliments, positivity, from a young age. And that's an amazing, beautiful thing. But you guys gotta understand, like, men don't really get that. And that's why when you compliment a guy, it lights him up. Men really, go through a lot of stuff. Men are expected to provide, support, take care of themselves with no reassurance from the world whatsoever. It's very difficult sometimes for men.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
am.
go. I'm gonna let Cal start it off. He ain't
Go
said that
ahead,
shit
Cal.
yet. Go ahead, Cal.
Oh no, I felt that shit. Uh, man, you see a whole village. I thinking like you see a lot. It's a double standard. I think that we need to address that as a double standard. Like, men don't get congratulated until later on in life, until something big really happens. It's something like, I see women get flowers before me as I take care of both of my daughters. I'm a single father of two. And I see the double standard. I see how, like, a village surround a single mother with no hesitation. Girl, what you want? Let's get you this and do this. Um, they help them out. But like, you meet me as a father, single father, but the statement I got was, well, that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that's what I'm supposed to do, but like, I don't get the same support. Uh, and it kind of fucks with you because it's like it's a tougher road. It's a harder battle for you mentally. I mean, I probably go on for days. And that's why I need to that resonated real heavy with me.
Hey, I agree. I agree with everything Buddy said. I'm gonna add on one extra thing. Men don't get their flowers until they 6 feet under and not aware of it. That's number one. And economically, society bags it up. Look at the difference between how Mother's Day advertisements is and look at Father's Day. It don't get no more plain and simple than that. And look at the gap in between. That's
Man,
all I'm gonna say about that.
it's crazy.
All we get,
I
is
think it's
tube.
fucked up
All
because
we get is tube socks and barbecues. That's it. You know.
see, for me, I don't really give a fuck about the gifts. It's more or less just letting me know that you appreciate me because
Right.
um I go through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, as far as with my
Mm-hmm.
kids go, and I'm an outstanding father, and a lot of times I feel like nobody gives a fuck. I get treated like the outsider. It's a lot of things that my kids do that pisses me off, but I don't say shit. I take it on the chin because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I just be like, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I gotta live with being hurt a lot of times. Like
Mm.
a lot of shit they do and a lot of situations I deal with as I'm trying to be a father, it hurts. Like I gotta suck that shit up that I'm getting treated like a fucking sucker. Like and it really fucks with me a lot because I didn't have a daddy.
Hey,
And I'm
you
doing
Mm.
so much more than I ever got. And it's like y'all treat me like I should be treating that nigga. I
we
get treated like I'm him.
some men don't like. Well, what society don't realize is like men go through it too, and men don't have a lot of people who they can really confide to kind of like voice their frustration or what they really going through. We have to walk through life with a chip on our shoulder and our head up high at all times. Even at our most broken moment, our most vulnerable moment, we still have to put that face on and still walk that path. Uh, I think people are seeing it a lot more, but it's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And we see, like, what I'm saying, again, as I say, as a perspective, my journey as a single father and shit, taking care of two girls and shit. At any moment, people are ready to tear you down. At the moment, what I'm saying, like, people like, damn, you feel defeated, but you still gotta be tough because you a man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Uh,
what I hate? what I truly hate is not hearing from none of my kids for 4, 5 days, 6, 7 days at a time. And then when they call me is, Daddy, I need some money. That
Yes.
shit irks the fuck out of me, man. Like I ain't heard from you motherfuckers in a week, and the first time you call me, you gonna ask me for some fucking money. But what I do, I just give it to them because I'm this type of person, right? I always like to cover my tracks because when I start snapping, I don't want people to act like I'm doing it for nothing.
Right.
So I let people bury their goddamn self. I always been like that for some reason. I let people bury themselves, and then they be so deep in the hole that when I start opening my motherfucking mouth, they can't say shit but wow. I forgot all about that shit. Why I didn't, motherfucker.
Hey, you know what? I can honestly say this. I don't feel bad. I say that the last 2, 3 years my pops was living, I gave him his flowers, but I just hate the fact that I had to go through some stuff myself to understand things from his perspective. And that's what motivated me to give him his flowers while he was still here and battling cancer and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad I did that too. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it don't hit me as hard because I'm like, you know what? I told him his appreciation while he was here, and I'm like, I sleep at night for that.
Man, my daddy'll be lucky if we come to his motherfucking funeral.
Mm.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like he don't fuck with none of us. It's five of us. Well, my oldest brother somehow always seemed to get him some grace.
Hmm.
Um, that's cool. You know, I ain't tripping. I got my own reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I never was bitter at my father for not being in my life. I started getting bitter after we was in a situation. So I never, had a relationship with my father after, like, him and my mom got divorced when I was 9, right? So 9 years on back, he didn't fuck with me, right? So here we are, fast forward. I think I was like 26 or some shit, 25, 26. Now I got my shit together. I'm doing me. I don't need him for shit. I just want to kick it with him. He wind up catching a motherfucking attempt murder case, right? So now I hear about this shit, and I didn't want my daddy to go to jail for the rest of his life because at this point I'm still chasing a relationship with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to go to jail for the rest of his life. So you know what I do? The person he had a case on, I went and paid them not to come to court. I paid them. I paid a lawyer because what happened was I had to get the lawyer to get up with the motherfucker he caught the temp on, and they had to get together and make a long ass written statement and sign it. Because all this extra, this legal shit she had that they had to do, right? So now my daddy wind up. He was facing 30 years. Um,
Mm.
I paid the motherfucker not to come to court. They still wind up coming to court, but the judge was lenient. So the judge wind up giving my daddy 52 months in jail, right? He went to jail for 52 months, right? Now, mind you, he ain't been fucking with me. I didn't pay for this nigga lawyer. I didn't pay the motherfucker off who was on the case. I didn't did all this shit because I didn't want my daddy to go to jail for the rest of his life. He took his time. Well, no, I'm sorry. The whole time he was fighting this shit, right? He was fighting the case for like 2 years. I went to go see this nigga every Monday. I can't make this shit up. Every Monday, I went to go see this nigga, put money on his books, make sure he was good. I stepped up and and now mind you, I'm sensitive to the subject. So I'm goddamn it, all that, yeah, son, I knew you was different from the rest of them. I'm feeding into this shit because I really want a relationship with my dad. You feel me? So now he do his time, he get out of jail. I ain't hear from that motherfucker no more.
Mm.
As if I ain't done shit.
Wow.
I ain't hear from that nigga no more. And that's when I started getting bitter. I'm like, this bitch ass nigga, like, this how you gonna do me? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Damn, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. You told I'm for 2 years straight. Every Monday, I'm listening to you tell me how, man, I love you, son. And out of all my kids, I knew you was the one that was gonna be there for me. I knew you was different from the rest, and all this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, dad, yeah, dad, yeah, dad, all that shit. Man, this nigga got out of jail, man. I ain't saw that nigga since, bro. I was like, man, this nigga's a piece of shit. I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
Should have paid them to go back and recant their story.
Nah, it's all good shit. I wasn't tripping. I just at some point you gotta let that shit go because um that shit cut deep. It hurt. And if you keep holding on to that shit, you will never have a peace of mind. You gotta let this shit go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm finna be 50 years old. How long am I gonna think about this shit? It's over with. Okay.
Facts.
No, it really isn't. But if y'all got a daddy in y'all life that's taking care of y'all, that loves y'all, y'all need to be giving them more respect and more love. Show them some love
Mm-hmm.
because they need it, even if they act like they don't want it, they do.
Yeah, man. We don't get our flowers, man. And you know what? I don't like I say, I just do shit so people can't say he ain't do nothing for me. He ain't do nothing for me. I did everything you motherfuckers asked me to do. So you cannot have no bad stories about me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when it come down to it, it's not like baby a motherfucker all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, a man would like to be heard like, hey, you doing good out here, man. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you do. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of men. There's some men who out here and who ain't about shit. Yeah, let's
Oh,
be honest.
Right.
hey, I tell ladies every day, man. I say y'all don't know what a good morning text does to a man doing out here doing right by you. You don't know what it does to him. That give it sometimes that motivate us just to get through the day.
Yeah, and
And shit, I don't give no fuck about no good morning text.
Yeah, I do. I do. Good morning
I
text.
don't
All right,
give.
man. We going out, man. We going somewhere this weekend. What you talking about?
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm a recant that statement. I blatantly threw that out there too fast. I will say that the one who I want to hear it from means a lot.
I give you that. I give you
yeah,
that.
yeah. Or how you doing,
You
man? I hope you have a good day.
man, what?
Yeah,
I manifest positive vibes your way. I
Don't
hope
work
your
too
day is
hard.
great.
yeah, yeah.
Motherfuckers
Be
When
like
I
to
You
hear
fuck
careful
better
with
that.
out
don't
you,
there. Man,
cry.
what?
yeah, when I fuck with you and I call you my friend, your messages mean everything to me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I
Man,
don't get that. But all that fake shit, like it be a lot of fake shit, man. You know, I done been through a lot of experiences, man, and it's like at this point, it's like, man, that's why I'm scared to get a new girl. I want to go back and get somebody I done fucked up with and try to make it right. At
hmm
least I know them already. I don't want
hey,
to do shit new. I'm scared to
hey,
meet new motherfuckers.
I kid you not. Somebody tell me, good morning, babe. Have a good day at work. Don't work too hard. Hey, be safe out, man. Man, she gonna get some kind of jury this weekend. Fuck that. They brighten up my day. That's and all
You
it took
start
was
turning
that.
off.
If y'all looking for a sugar daddy, hit LeVar.
Nah, don't give
Yeah.
it that.
All right, well, y'all give out y'all ats. We finna get up out of here. I gotta get on Facebook and go live, man. So give out y'all ats, man. If y'all want to join it live on Facebook, y'all know already. Just send y'all invites. But we finna get on Facebook and turn up. So
All
give
right.
out y'all ats where they can reach y'all at, and we gonna close it out.
I'm next to you, Maul, at Big Vibe 31 on IG.
At KUT 25 on IG.
At Cal 10 Grande on Instagram, Facebook, Kyle Bag, Broke Dude Food Review. Fuck with me.
At King Kiana on Facebook and Blueface 100K on Instagram.
For sure, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. It's always a treat when real players meet, and I will see y'all next Monday at 7 p.m. the dot. You dig. Peace.
All right.
Bye.